you score the game-opening goal. I want to talk about the start of the game for you and knowing what comes with Game 1 of the Clark Cup Final. You have that experience, and you use that early in the game. How key was it for you and the other returners to help keep the younger guys and some of the first-year Muskegon Lumberjacks composed in what was a very loud and raucous building?
Yeah, for sure. The crowd was great, but we got to try to use that to our advantage and not let it, give them momentum, which I think it did. But just kind of staying comfortable, even though it's a loud environment. We got to stay. We're playing in between the glass, not outside of it. So just stick to our game and what works, and don't worry about the outside noise. And like Game 1's a big one. Like we didn't get it tonight, but I think we'll come back tomorrow, and we're a little bit more used to that crowd now, so shouldn't be too much of a shock.
You've got 8 goals this postseason. 3 of them have come while shorthanded. Is being offensively minded well on the penalty kill something you think about, or is it just something that's come naturally?
I think a couple lucky bounces here and there, but yeah, I'd more so focused on the PK, keeping the puck out of our net, and then you get a bounce and see a lane, and you got to take it. And Chucky made a great play there, and slid it over. So all I had to do was tap it in. So yeah.
This isn't unfamiliar territory for you guys. You mentioned in Colton's interview you dropped Game 1 in Madison, or against Madison, Game 1 against Dubuque. You dropped Game 1 of the Clark Cup Final last year against Waterloo. How do you use those experiences to prepare for Game 2 tomorrow night?
Yeah, I guess we're not too hot in Game 1, but yeah, we tend to bounce back pretty good. So I think we'll be ready to go tomorrow. And it's a 5-game series. It's not a 1-game series. So yeah, we'll learn from our mistakes tonight, and we'll be ready to go.
Speaking of all those Game 1s, we've talked a lot this postseason about not worried in the room, like all the guys saying we're not worried. How is that carrying in after this game tonight?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's the same mindset. We know our group, and we know what we're capable of. And when tonight, we didn't really play to our capability, and I think it showed in the results. And we're going to get back to what works. And there's no doubt in our room that we're going to get back to it and show up tomorrow.
How do you get back to that tomorrow?
I think it's just playing a heavy game. We have a lot of size, so playing below their goal line and getting pucks into the net, it sounds cliche, but we break them down, and you get to the middle of the ice, that's where you score goals. So you just keep getting to the net.
There were a couple chances. You had one nice one in the second period too from the slot where it seemed like Fellbergs was very aggressive in his blue paint. What did you notice from their goaltender tonight?
Yeah, he was good. I think we got to get to him a little bit more, to kind of throw him off his game a little bit. So, maybe not shoot it in his chest every time like I did on that one, but yeah, just keep making him move and keep getting screens in front of him. I think his life is going to get a lot more difficult coming forward.
Was it hard for the power play to get going? I know the first opportunity was a little bit of a 4-on-4, and then you don't get another one until later in the game. How'd the power play feel for you guys?
Yeah, I think you just got to work on the power play. Kind of treat it with that 5-on-5 mindset of getting pucks back, and then maybe a couple passes, set it up, and then you can start working around, and then they'll start to break down. So I think we were a little bit sloppy on the first couple there, but once we start to settle in, we're definitely very dangerous.